bedtime over here. And this segment is called Bedtime Story with Mrs. Kat. I have my snuggle buddy from Jesus above here. This is Lucille. You know Mrs. Kat has 7 kingdom kids? I do. So, as we get ready to start our story, oh, hold on. You see my friends? What time is it? It's time to choose our snuggle buddy. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes. Lucille chose her snuggle buddy. Look. That's her snuggle buddy. And I'm going to choose one of Lucille's snuggle buddies, Miss Jellybeans. Here's Miss Jellybeans. So this is my snuggle buddy. Miss Lucille has her snuggle buddy. Do you have your snuggle buddy? All right. Well, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to go get your snuggle buddy. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm snug in my bed and I'm ready to read our story tonight. So let's get started. 10 plagues, Exodus chapters 7 through 12. Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh's palace. They said,
"You must let Israelites go free. If you do not, God will punish you."
Pharaoh said,
"No, I do not know your God."
Then he made the Israelites work even harder. God was not pleased, so he changed the main river to blood. Pharaoh did not care.
"I will never let the Israelites go,"
he said. Then God sent frogs to Egypt. They were sitting in chairs, hopping upstairs, and jumping all over the beds. Pharaoh said,
"Take the frogs away, and I will let your people go."
So God took the frogs away. But Pharaoh changed his mind and said,
"No!"
God sent more plagues on Egypt. First were the pesky gnats, then came the frenzy of flies. Next, all the animals got sick. Then the Egyptian skin broke out in sores. Damaging hailstorms came, and then swarms of locusts ate the crops. Then darkness covered everything. Sometimes Pharaoh said he would let the people go, but after God took away each plague, Pharaoh changed his mind and said,
"No!"
Moses had one last message from God for Pharaoh.
"If you do not let my people go, the firstborn sons in each Egyptian family will die."
Pharaoh refused to listen, so God kept his promise. Pharaoh finally said,
"Go now."
Hello, Kingdom Kids. It's so good to be with you. Well, I have a little surprise here. We usually only do one biblical story every Sunday. Well, we're going to do 2 today. I did not forget that I didn't get to post last week's. So, here is the other story. All right? So continue to hold on to your snuggle buddy and let's get started. The Red Sea, Exodus chapter 14. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt. During the day, God went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud. During the night, God went ahead of them in a pillar of fire. God led the Israelites to the edge of the Red Sea. Pharaoh and his army were close behind. The Israelites did not know what to do. They screamed,
We are trapped! What have you done to us, Moses?
Moses said,
Don't be afraid. God will protect us.
God's cloud came between the Israelites and Pharaoh's army. They could not see anything. God told Moses,
Raise your staff over the sea.
Then the Lord pushed back the sea to make a path. Moses and the Israelites followed the path through the sea and to the other side. But Pharaoh's army followed close behind. Moses raised his staff again, and the sea swept away Pharaoh and his army. Moses and all the Israelites sang praises to God. They were free. They weren't slaves anymore.
The end.
Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Zechariah chapter 4, verse 10. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in manner of living, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. 1 Timothy 4 and 12. Well, friends, that was a wonderful story. Mrs. Cat is tired, but before we go to sleep, did you enjoy the story? That's good. Can you tell Mommy and Daddy who the main characters were in this story? Very good. Did they solve the problem in this story? Good. If they did, what was the solution? What did they agree upon to fix or solve the problem? Very good. Well, I couldn't go without letting you know that my very own snuggle buddy is in bed. You want to see? Okay. Well, Miss Cat's going to her bed. I'm nice and warm. And I will see you next time at Bedtime Stories with Miss Cat. Okay? Good night. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Good night.